Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This video, again, it's late, but not as late as it was before. It's the end of Dreamworks week, part of Animation Month. I thought I'd talk about Dreamworks' biblical side. As we know, in '98 and 2000, DreamWorks released two movies that were based on biblical stories. Joseph, King of Dreams, and Prince of Egypt, although Prince of Egypt was '98, and yeah. Which follows the story of Joseph and Moses. Joseph, as we know, is in the Old Testament, Genesis, and he is the second youngest of 12 brothers. He's also his father's favorite, and he's given a coat of many colors. His brothers get jealous of him, throw him into a pit, sell him into slavery in Egypt, and he eventually is thrown into prison and rises to power as governor of Egypt. His brothers come back, he forgives them, and they end up in Egypt. Moses is in the story of Exodus. I know it's weird, Moses comes after Joseph, but yet DreamWorks did Moses' story first, but... So after the Hebrews have been in Egypt for a while, they're sent to slavery, and their baby boys are taken from them, thrown in the Nile River, eaten by crocodiles, but Moses' mother and sister Miriam and brother Aaron save him by putting him in a basket in the river, and Pharaoh's... In this one, it's Pharaoh's wife. In the original story, it was Pharaoh's daughter, saves him, and Ramesses, who is actually, I think, his cousin or something, as his brother, and he's raised as Prince of Egypt. Eventually, he saves a Hebrew by killing an Egyptian. He does it in front of everyone. In the original story, they find out about it, and he runs away, and his brother tries to save him, says he can pardon him, but his fake brother, eventually he ends up in Midian, and is rescued by the girl that he was a prize to him. And eventually they get married, and he ends up freeing the Israelites from Egypt. So, and those are actually the only biblical stories that DreamWorks has done, but they do have they have some stories that actually have some hints of Christianity in them, even though it may not seem like it, because I found these things, and if you saw Thursday's video, where I explained how Rise of the Guardians is like that soul searching, and how Jack is someone searching for a reason they're on Earth, and why, like, does God really care about me, does God really love me, and is the devil that bad, and how Pitch is the devil, Guardians are the Christians, and God, and Man Moon's God. Yeah, just watch that video, link in the description. So there's that, but then there's also, I found, and I mentioned in that video that I found a kind of scene like this in How to Train Your Dragon 2. And I watched How to Train Your Dragon 2 this morning. Technically it was at like 11, so I'm not sure if that's in the morning or not, but, and it's the scene where when Hiccup tells Drago to stop, and then Drago says, "This is the dragon monster," and that whole scene with him and Hiccup, it kind of made me think of, like, Hiccup is, maybe he's a Christian, maybe he isn't at this point, but he is, and he's telling the devil to stop, but the devil, because the devil wants you, he wants you because he hates God, and he knows that you're God's creation, so if he gets you to follow him, then, oh my, is he happy. So he does that stuff, and as Hiccup says that, "Let me show you that dragons are good," Drago's like, "No, let me show you their power." That's kind of like Drago saying, "God may be all powerful, but I can be more powerful, let me show you." And that's kind of what that scene made me think of, And also, in that movie, again, spoiler, and I mentioned this in my Stoic the Vast versus himself video, that Stoic is killed in that movie. And if you think about it, if you've seen that movie, Toothless was originally going to kill Hiccup, but Stoic kind of comes in front, and Hiccup says, "Dad, no," but Stoic is still killed, which is kind of like, now even though Hiccup is technically the only son of Stoic, Stoic still sacrificed himself for his son, which God's son technically sacrificed himself. God's son did. He didn't technically. He did. He sacrificed himself for us. So that's kind of how that plays in. And Hiccup has this scene where he says that I'm not the chief you wanted me to be, which is perfect because that's kind of like, God, I'm not the person that you want me to be. I'm not all this. And Hiccup does mention that he was so afraid of becoming his dad because he knew he couldn't. Well, actually, no, he never thought he could, but kind of turned out like his dad a little. It's just kind of like God. We know I know I can't turn out like God, but I can show my love for him by my actions, which is actually pretty good. Which is actually what we should do, because then we can, by showing the world our love for him through our actions, people will begin to see God and Jesus in us, and eventually maybe say, maybe not. So, yeah, and that's it for really, I think, what I found in Dreamworks. It's just those two movies, well, four, but yeah, I find I actually find these a lot because, well, I'm not sure if you just because you can find these even though you're not questioning, you can find a connection to another movie. You can find a connection to another movie or story. You don't have, doesn't have to be this way. But I did find this in Cars. I did find that kind of, devil telling you God's not good enough for you. That you're not good enough for God. God doesn't care about you. I actually found that in Cars 3. So yeah, that's gonna be it for this video and the end of Dreamworks week. Next week is Disney week. So if you guys enjoyed this video and the two videos I did where I kind of show the biblical side of the stories that I find, the movies that I find, let me know. If you don't like them, that's okay. I recently did a video on if Heartland should be a Christian show, and my conclusion was it doesn't have to be. So if you like these videos, that's good. If you don't like them, well, that's good too. So be sure to give this video a like, subscribe, comment down below, again, if you like these videos. And if you have a movie that has this scene you want me to check out, hit the notification bell, and I will see you on Wednesday.